I can't do anything about it. I just look white trash. Having a little conversation privately over there. But don't worry. I'm here now, YouTube. Well, oh yeah, you guys are gonna get some attention. What's up, mother effers? I don't even know what the rules are for swearing anymore. This is Trump's America. I'm pretty sure you can say anything anymore. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to say anything, anything ever now. Kanye said some shit. Wow. Yeah, I think you can say anything you want now. So, you guys want to hear a Kanye story? Well, too bad I'm not your fucking goddamn Kanye story fucking enthusiast or whatever the fuck. I don't know what I was going for. Anyway, let's have a good old Mixed Monday time. How's everybody doing? How's the world doing? We are in the second. We're getting into the grip of a Trump presidency, and I think things aren't as bad as we thought they were. He's only raised the price of eggs like $8. I mean, what the fuck? Why are my eggs so fucking expensive? What the fuck? It's goddamn bird flu and Trump and tariffs and... Man, I didn't go to college for a reason. Why the shit do I have to learn? This is making me so mad. Why do I have to learn about tariffs? Somebody explain to me why I have to be learning about shit. I miss when I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, it was like stable and eggs weren't fucking $13, you know? I miss the stability of Joe Biden. I said it. I'm in a fantastic mood today. I've been filming things all day. I've been having to be on, you know, Greazy Wil personality or whatever, you know? So, yeah, so let's get into this mix. This song is by Violet Lux. This is the second to last song that we did for our upcoming EP that we're putting out. I am just so... I love this project so much. I've been having so much fun making this, and literally, legitimately, it's like so cool what's happening right now with the artist that I'm working with, and this is such a cool like time, is she is young enough that like her music sensibilities come from her parents who are essentially my age, right? And she's like now an adult wanting to make music, right? And I'm still pretending to be like 20 in my head and living in the glory days of the 90s music. And so the stuff I make nostalgically is the stuff she likes creatively. And so we're ending up in this really cool... My friend Jake Reed, if any of you know who he is, famous drummer Jake Reed. Anyway, Jake said today, I sent him the EP, and he's like, man, this sounds like Alice in Chains and Fiona Apple had a baby. And I was like, that's what I was going for. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do Fiona Apple Chains, you know? I didn't say that the Grammys were useless. I said that it was silly that the Rolling Stones won a Grammy at 80 years old. Actually, I said 70, but they are, in fact, 80 years. Look, man, I don't know how old people are. Why the fuck you come into my comments to tell me that they're 80? What the fuck is wrong with you fucking pedantic, weird fucks, man? Like, I swear to God, I've learned now, this is what you guys have done to me, is that you've made me no longer care about comments about any... I used to care. I used to take people's opinions to heart and think about them. And now I have to look at these comments that are just so pedantic. Did you miss the fucking point by 7 miles or what? You guys will miss... Oh my God. Couldn't find my balls if my dick was hitting you in the chin type shit. Oh, nope. There we go. Now we're going to get fucking restricted. It's going to be any second now. Anyway, fuck. I was trying to not get restricted early on TikTok. I'm trying to make it last. Anyway, so I just got to say less of those things. This song, Violet Lux, this is the second to last song that we made. I wanted to create something that was heavy. I wanted a heavy song, but I wanted a heavy song that did not rely on like electric guitars, basically. Electric guitars to make it heavy. I wanted a song that felt heavy, like the way those acoustic Smashing Pumpkins songs sound, right? And so we came up with this. I came up with this track like a couple days before she came down the last time, and she wrote to it, and by the time she got here, she was ready for it. This is Dear Donna.
Take a waltz around me. Fall out of grace like I need. Tie and twist around me and sing. You dissolve my disease. Please God, nightshades on. If I'm gone, it heals all.
And that is going to be as much as I'll show right now because I have some super exciting things. Just minutes ago, Johan Lennox came through with the strings. Oh, man, I love Johan. Johan, if you guys don't know Johan Lennox is an amazing artist. He's also a producer. He's also a composer. He has been composing for orchestra since he was literally like 12 years old. And the dude is like a fucking wizard. Like, he's a genius. He did this. He said, we're going to listen to them in real time together. We're all going to listen to them together and find out what Johan sent me right now. Let's put it over here because I don't want y'all watching me while I go through my fucking hard drive. Who knows what the fuck's on here? This could be a secret. It's probably not, but it's just like in principle. Where am I at? Where are the things? Why aren't they in alphabetical order? Oh, what the fuck? I hate searching for things. That's so lame. What the shit is going on? All right, we are going to not for video. We'll find. Well, it's like a V. How hard could it be? It's a big V. Oh, here it is. Violet Lifestyles. Here we go. Here is some strings. We're gonna throw these guys in. Johan is currently on tour. Is currently on tour with 070 Shake. And I said, hey, man, I just finished this song. He sent me, we are going to layer the last thing that we're going to do for this whole record. So this song isn't completely mixed, but it is mostly mixed. It is like 90% mixed. Getting these strings will be my last little bit. You can ask questions in the chat. I'm not a question hater. Whether I see it or answer it, well, that's up to God. But you can ask them all day long. I'm not the Gestapo, bro. I can't do that. I could never be the cops. Man, can you guys imagine me as the cops, bro? I would be the worst cops. Oh man, I could never be the cops, man. You know, there was like a second in my life where I thought like, oh, I should like when I get out of the military, I should become a cop. And then I was like, oh my God, what a dumb thing for me to do. I mean, they're like horrible people. And I do think that that's like the thing is like me and cops are probably like very like, we're probably actually like the same amount of corrupt. I'm Greazy Wil for a reason. Like I will definitely steal your laptop, right? But like me and cops, we have the same mentalities. I just can't. The one thing is, I can't be a hypocrite, man. Those guys are as bad as I am. They're just fucking horrific hypocrites. That's what's lame about them, you know? It's like, just admit, you know, you're a shitty person. Like, it's fine. I'm a shitty person. We can all be shitty people. All right. So here's these strings. I'm going to just check and make sure, because so there's two things. I sent him a thing that was an extra couple seconds long because I like the first downbeat doesn't start at the very top. This is a problem, right? When you send people tracks, you have to have two different expectations. One is that they were like me. I will always send it back to you on the bar and beat even. If you get it back, you just drop it in on an even bar and beat and it will work. But some people will be like, oh, I'll just make it the exact length of the song that you sent me. So Johan might have done that, and it's hard to tell for sure. He also, I mean, there's a chance, fuck, he might have actually even, because it's like, it's hard to see, so that would be a full bar early. I don't think that's right. Nope. Okay, so I think he made it the same length as the bounce. Let's check the timing there. Let's see. If I had been like, look, I know we're at the top. I know when you guys see this, you're like, what the fuck? Even like he does some bullshit. I do bullshit like that all the time. I send people MP3s. I don't care. I'll do some bullshit, man. Who cares? Stop crying about, oh, we got to lock it in perfectly. That's some fucking nerd shit, man. All right, so there was a question up here. If you had to choose between a pair of headphones or studio monitors for mixing, which brand and model? You guys, I recommend for y'all all the time. Wow, this got bright and I don't know why. I recommend for y'all, get the cheapest thing, right? Until you are making money off of this shit, just get the cheapest shit, right? I don't know, like, don't ever. Oh, here we go. Let's get this enhance button off. I accidentally enhanced, I think. No, I didn't enhance. How the fuck? Why did it got so bright? Look, I don't know how to make it stop, y'all. I'm a fucking idiot, so whatever. It's gonna be bright now. All right, so buy the cheapest shit. Buy some Cali Audios. They're fucking perfectly satisfactory. They sound fucking awesome. They work great. Bam, done. All right. I don't get headphones though. I don't mix in headphones. That's weird. I don't know, I might have. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, you won't be able to see for shit over here. You guys just listen to me yap. You don't even get to watch any of this shit. YouTube's where it's at. All right, cool. So over here, all right, I'm going to send all of these strings to a string aux. I'm going to put a Pro Q3 on this bitch because I'm going to want to probably do some work on these. I'm going to listen to them all where they all play, which is down here, so that they're loudest. I am going to, because almost in all likelihood, these strings are going to take up, one of the thing about instruments, right, and vocals and all that shit, whenever you're mixing these things, the thing about them is that they all take up the same space, pretty much. Like, even though I know we have those charts where it's like, oh, this thing is here, and this thing's here, and this thing's here, it's like fundamentals all kind of live in the same place. They're all generally around the same place. And if you're singing in key with your song, those frequencies are in each other's way, right? It's just the fucking principle of how this shit works. Like, you're actually just living in the same space. So almost without hesitation, I can say, for a stereo string setup like this that he sent me, I'm going to want to take some of the middle out of the lower mids, like this area here. This is what, 260 or so. I'm going to take a bunch of the middle out here. I'm probably going to end up taking a little bit out here too, because her vocal is definitely in the higher range, right? And then for the, I'm going to push the higher end of the strings because the strings are going to sound amazing. I'm going to push the sides up in the EQ, so that that cool high-end information, that bright shit, the shit that lives up there, that shit is going to get pushed up more. It's those like way higher harmonics that are going to come out up here. So we're going to be over here. I'm going to also add an LA2A to this because LA2As are really great. They're a slow attack in comparison, so the LA2As are really great for strings. I like them a lot. I'm not going to compress much. I'm just going to put a little bits of compression on it and then season to taste and everything. We're going to put a little bit of reverb on here, and I'm going to send this from an aux. Oops, I meant to write string verb. String verb. All right, I'm going to send this from an aux. Bro, I am telling you, I don't know what the motherfucker is going on with this screen over here. It looks wild, but this ain't what it looks like in real life. Anyway, I don't care. If you want the real shit, it's over on the motherfucking YouTube. Go watch on YouTube. Don't complain about quality on TikTok. And if you do, you're a jackass. All right, so for my string verb, I'm going to use the Valhalla Vintage Verb. I fucking love Valhalla Vintage Verb. It is literally my favorite shit ever. I use this on every single mix. I'll show you right now. Here's my presets: Greazy Basic, Greazy Long, Greazy Short. All it is just literally my presets are just only here so that I have the low cut set to like 250, 300. That's the only purpose that any of my presets have. And then like a general idea, but I'm going to come in here and immediately change this probably to like a bright hall. Fucking start tweaking on some shit immediately. Also, here's a great thing. You'll notice this every single time I do anything, and it is built out of the most amazing, simplest premise. Have you ever turned a knob in front of somebody and thought it was making a difference, and then realized it wasn't, and then just prayed to God they didn't notice that you didn't notice the first time? Like that it wasn't you look like the dumbest motherfucker in the entire world, you know? Like, I've been tweaking on things that wasn't even plugged in before, and like, I hear it. Here's the thing. Your brain this is a thing that happens. We know that this happens. Scientifically, your brain prioritizes sight over hearing. So if it sees something that conflicts with what it hears, it tells what it hears, no, you didn't, bitch. You know? And so whenever you have these moments where you think you're changing it, your brain is hearing it because it fucking wants to. Your brain is doing that on purpose. There will never, ever be a time that I don't put something on and immediately turn it up to fucking 15. I'm going all the way out every single time. First time, but it serves a dual purpose. On the one side, I don't want to look like a moron tweaking on something that I don't know. But the actual functional purpose of this, the best part about this, is that what it actually does is it gives you a metric. It gives you a metric for knowing, okay, well, that's 10 and that's 0. Not hearing it is here, and hearing the fuck out of it is here, right? So it's like, okay, well, that's 10 then. I want like 4. And that makes me capable of, whenever I put reverb on something, making the decision on how loud it should be within seconds, right? I put it on. Oh, not that loud. Like there. Bam. And also, let's real quick put this through my instrument bus so that it's all getting processed together, because we don't want that to happen. And I like this. I think it sounds really cool. But you know what it's not enough of? And this is a lesson that I just had a consultation with somebody just before this, just before Mix Monday. I had a consultation, and we talked about his music. And his music, the problem with his music, in my opinion, was it was too good. Something that we don't put enough emphasis on, we don't think about enough, is in the pursuit of digital perfection, in the pursuit of making everything perfect, we don't like that. Our brains don't fucking actually like perfection. In fact, we fucking hate perfection. We hate everything about it. We think it sounds like shit in reality. Our brain immediately starts to, as soon as it sees perfect, disregard perfect because it is exactly what you would expect. Perfect does exactly what you would expect. Imperfect, though, our brains latch onto that. Our brain goes, oh, fuck, what is that? You're different. You're different. You're not the way I thought you were supposed to be. And some of us, the more autistic we get, some of us can't stop thinking about it night after night for hours before we fall asleep. Just lying there like, why the fuck did they do that? Why the fuck is the tambourine in the third verse of every single Rolling Stones song louder than anything else in the entire world? Our brain loves imperfect. Our brain wants to think about it all the time. Our brain cannot stand perfection. It ignores it immediately. So, with that in mind, let's fucking toss a culture vulture onto this bitch. Let's put a culture vulture on some strings. That is out of control and silly. Why would you ever do that? These strings sound beautiful. These are beautiful strings. Hot shit. You telling me that doesn't sound fire? That sounds amazing. That sounds like I'm fucking listening on my mom's like shitty AM radio in the kitchen when I was 6 years old. That makes me fucking feel something. Man, it cuts through the mix. It sounds fucking fantastic. This is awesome. I am loving the way these strings sound. Only thing is they need a little bit of cleaning because, hey, there's repercussions to fucking things up. There's repercussions to making strings that sound like they've been in your mom's kitchen. So, we're going to take a little bit more out of the mid here because it has definitely that up a little bit post all the EQ stuff. We're also going to probably take a little bit more out of the low end, but of the stereo, because now it's really pumping and we don't need all that. And a little bit out of the same space here with it, which is also vocal. This is all vocal area, although it's not a problem in the parts where we're building up at the end, these parts, because she's not really singing there. Well, she is, but it's like ad-libby stuff versus like actual choruses and stuff where we don't want it to be in the way. I know in both of these parts I'm going to want to push it a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm already in the final mix stage of all this, so I don't particularly care about levels at this point. I just want to make things loud enough. All right. Now we have this whole thing. Let's talk it through some of the cool stuff on this mix. There's a lot of cool stuff on this mix. First of all, I'd like you to take notice. There's not a lot to this song other than the strings I just added. That's right there, right? Not counting these 8, 9 tracks here or whatever. All right, so just here to here. That's all there is for band, production, sound, tone, everything. This is all of the drums right here. 2 live passes of drums. First, this guy right here. I'll play these without anything on them. This is... Wait, oh, there's a little bit more. Hold on. Is that it? Is that the one? Yeah, okay. Here's what we had. You can't hear me now. I turned it on. God damn it. Anyway, here's what we had before, drum-wise, with no plugins on or anything. This is just the overheads and a kick drum. That's it. And then I added verb to everything. We start getting... So really, there's not a lot of stuff going on here. You'll notice this is the end here. This is I doubled a track here for these drums. I doubled this main track, and I just took some significant parts, and I put 100% reverb on, and put them underneath what was going on here. So you'll hear this section right here. It's massive. It's this big old reverb going on. It's just a whole 5.5 second long Valhalla vintage verb, 100% wet. But it's over top of its exact same thing. Now, this is essentially just like doing a reverb throw. But it's easier in a way than doing an actual reverb throw. You could do all sorts of different versions of this. This is just the easiest way for me. So putting them together, we now have... Instead of, I'll show you, here's the original. This fucking goddamn microphones. Anyways, this reverb automation that's happening here on the end, it's just raising the mix as I go along. So it's getting more and more crazy, and by the end, especially with the single, so I start here. And end here. And the point is to just create, by the end of this song, this sense of chaos and just like madness over everything, you know? So I'm building through this whole outro section, because this is all basically, it's just 2 chords. It's just this like E and then a half step up thing, but I'm like accentuating it. We just get to full madness by the end. And I love it. I love it very much. It sounds really cool. Why do I feel like, let me just see what's going on. Is this like one, it seems like it's a bar off. Is that what's going on? Maybe I put his strings in the wrong place. No, because I tried them up a bar and I didn't think they made sense there. I think strings are tricky. Also, and fine, because strings have like no attack, so there's no like definitive like, oh, they're starting here for sure. So you just gotta like hear them. Do this. Yeah, so definitely these should all be. I'm just gonna put them where I think they should be. I think they should all be here. What does that mean for the whole mix? That's weird. I didn't. I guess that could put them on that. Maybe. Is that makes sense? Question over here on the talk is, how do we know how much reverb is too much reverb? This is a great question, and it is something that I've recently been experimenting with. Because the answer is there's no such thing as too much, and there's no such thing as not enough, and there's no such thing as, everything is simultaneously correct and incorrect at any given time, right? I would think that where these end up, reverb-wise, at the end of this song, would be too much reverb if I was at the beginning. I think that's way too much reverb for the beginning of a song, right? But for the end of the song where I'm trying to fall into chaos and feel a certain way, or maybe for the chorus where I'm trying to feel a certain way, it's perfectly fine. So recently what I've been doing is I've been just turning something up. Like say I'm putting reverb on something. I turn it up till I can just barely hear it, like without reverb, right? And then I add reverb until it's the amount that I want to hear. And for some reason, that's been working for me recently, where I'm like, for almost anything that I just want like a texture of reverb with, that's how I do like the most least amount you can have. But for like if I want a ton, I just put a ton on and then I don't know, I just move it back. Big moves. Oh my God.